Well, Preecy ultimately ends in a goalless 0-0 draw this evening against Oxford City. What were your overall thoughts on that game?
Difficult night for us. We didn't play well. I thought Oxford were the better team. Created some really good opportunities. Probably down to some poor decisions by them and some poor finishing. A couple of good saves by Matty. Some really good blocks from us. Enabled us to get a point out of a game where we were nowhere near our best, and obviously it's disappointing because the opportunities is there at this minute in time. The league's so tight, and when I'm talking about opportunities, I mean opportunities to be right at the top of the league. It's a bit, I think at times you probably hang yourself out to dry when you start talking about trying to compete and trying to win leagues. But we are in there, and so it's disappointing that the performance that we put in tonight. We hung on and we hung in there, and we could have won it right at the end, undeservedly that would have been. But it's a point, and the league is, it's crazy at this minute in time. Kidderminster have lost it at home again against Darlington tonight. They lost at home against Rushall. They're top of the league. Chester have just gone on a run, five wins out of the last 6 games. They're sitting second. Scunthorpe, their fans are moaning, and they're right up there. So. And we're right, we're not a million miles away, from those teams. So I'm really disappointed with how we played. But, we're still in there and competing with teams who are, the truth is that, they're miles ahead of us with what they've got. And we're still bang in there. So, sometimes I have to come in here and be realistic. Sometimes I can be maybe I'm over positive. But the truth is we shouldn't be where we are, let alone talking about challenging for leagues. But we're going to do that. We're going to try and do that. So I have to reflect and not get too carried away with it's not even a defeat. I think we lost 1 game at home this season. I think it was 2nd game of the season. We're on a long unbeaten stretch at home. So disappointed, but still realistic in that we're bang in there.
In terms of positives from the game, lots of changes from yourself this evening in terms of selection, freshening things up. Obviously Jack Moore coming in. Adam Blakeman coming off the bench after his little knock. Great to see Craig Hewitt back in the fold, and Harvey Smith as well. He's been out for a little while, out there warming up, but definitely positives on that front.
Yeah, look, I've said it before in a couple. These lads are coming back. They're coming back slowly. It's gonna take a little while for them to get up to speed. You see what happened with Sampo. He comes back, he scores. And unfortunately, he feels his hamstring again. So, you have to be careful with rushing these lads. You've got to bring them in gradually, and that's why I think we'll be stronger towards the back end of the season. And like I said before, you win five out of 6, and suddenly you're title challengers because the league is so tight at the top, and we've earned that over the brilliant form that we had earlier in the season. Trying to maintain that. It's not easy, you're gonna have blips of form, and if you're having blips of form and you're still, you're not losing games, then you're still accumulating points. So we've got to remain positive in that way, and sometimes you have to highlight that. You look at Chester, the players they've brought in to strengthen their team. You look at Beck going in at Scunthorpe. That they've strengthened. it's, you know, it's difficult. We're bringing in young lads who are coming in for their first loans and done brilliant for us. But that, you know, that's where we are, you know. And I'll go back to last season. You know, we lost 3 of our top scorers. You know, we have to then try and replace them. You know, it's such a hard job, and you know, should never take it for granted. You know, the recruitment has been unbelievable, bringing in the players that we have, and especially, you know, the young lads to come in and do as well as they did. You know, Murray and Brandon have been fantastic for us and done really well. Courtney, you know, is done great for us. Doobs has done great for us. You know, it's not easy to find these players, because if they stand out and they're obvious ones, then, you know, we're unlikely to get them. We've got to go under the radar. So we do fantastically well with that. The lads are unbelievable. You know, I think, you know, it's easier to talk about how well lads do when we win games, but when we lose games, these lads are unreal. That, you know, they train an extra day, an extra night, don't get paid for it, because, you know, they've got the desire to do so well for this football club. You know, all the staff work their absolute socks off. You know, we're working as hard as we can to try and achieve things that we shouldn't be achieving, but we are. So we're just going to have a little bit of realism where we are at this minute in time, and look around the league. And you know, we're 8th. We've got a game in hand, and there's a lot of teams that will want to be in our position.
And just in terms of looking forward, this weekend, a huge game against Southport. Always is a ferocious, feisty game against Southport, and no better time to get a reaction after this evening's performance.
Yeah, look, it's going to be difficult. It's a tough place to go. We've done well very recently there. Obviously, we got a great result here earlier on in the season, and it's a local derby. You know, you just don't know with local derbies. You know, it doesn't matter how you're playing, form goes out the window. It's just on the day, and you know, we do need to improve our away form. When I'm saying this, we need to improve if we want to challenge to win the league or finish in that top 3. So, you know, we'll need the fans behind us again. You know, again, they stayed behind, and you know, the majority were there clapping us off at the end. I think they get it. I think our fans do get it. You know, what an incredible job everybody's doing. So having that support at Southport just makes a difference. You know, and you know, we've had a few good away days where we've been able to share it with the fans, and we'll have to up our game 100%. You know, we'll have to be near that Scunthorpe performance, and probably even better than that if we're going to get anything at Southport, because you know, that they're a team that could sneak up, because, you know, they've got quality throughout their team. So yeah, let's get as many fans as we can to Southport on Saturday.